Going? Alright, the part of this video is about how to write down Bengali words, how to write down Bengali sentences in the English format. Now, I made this as an example. Now, the way the Bengali sentence structure works is, it goes subject, object, verb. And so, you write down how it's spelled in Bangla, apni ki laje, and this is the point of this video, to show you how to write down the meaning of it, meaning for meaning. That way you can see what each word represents. That way you can always look at and know what you're saying in a profile format. But like if this wasn't there, you can have it written down and you can read it apni ki laje, but you wouldn't know what the meaning of either of these words were if you don't put the equal mark and put a half bubble and write down meaning for meaning in the same format. Or you can change this and put it under there. That way you can see meaning for meaning going up. And this is an example of that. So you can do this two ways. This is the first way. This is how I write it down. I write the English on the side and I write the Bengali first. That way I'm forced to read the Bengali and then I can read what it means. That way I'm training my mind to know the words, and next to it I'll know what they represent. So this means apni ki laje. Now what this means in English is you what want. You can put a question mark at the end. So, and that's where that goes. So you can put a question mark there and a question mark there also. So let's say another example. Now you see the dots? This is understanding each point for point. You can you write it down in Bengali, the Bengali word and how it's pronounced, and then you write what it means in English, the exact meaning. So you're translating meaning for meaning, meaning for meaning, meaning for meaning, and you can see how their sentence is structured and understand how they're speaking opposite from the English structure. So it's subject, object, verb, and you can see this by means of writing it down, going from meaning for meaning, meaning for meaning, meaning for meaning, and you can see how the sentence is structured. So next phase is this. So like you see, I have no colon here in between. So, and I also have no what does the Bengali A, E, I, O, U sounds. I didn't mark these out. So this is how it looks in the first stage when you're writing it out. But this is how it should be written out. Exact same thing, it's just profiled out. So apni ki laje, and what does this equal? What does this meaning equal in English? You what want, and a question mark. So basically, when you write it down like this, you understand what each word means. So you can write the Bengali words down first and put the colon in there to separate the sounds. So I can say apni, and that's easy for me, but for a learner, they'll have to put the colon there. That way they can practice op, and ni. Now it's vitally important that you add these sounds. The Bengali A, E, I, O, U sounds is different from the American normal sounds, the American letter sounds. So the A has a ah. So you can put a bubble on top whenever you're spelling out a word and writing a Bengali word down. Automatically assume that they're A. Put it there always, unless someone tells you not. Put a bubble over the A and put an AH, because you're not used to reading the A sound with the ah sound. And for the E, it's a EH sound. Like you're lifting up something. The I is a EE sound, as in knee, without the K and the N, just the EE. The O is a O sound with an OH sound. And the U is a OO sound, like moo, but without the M. So what I did was I wrote down the sounds of the Bengali letters. So the A has the ah sound, so I wrote the AH at the top, so that when I'm reading it, I can know that the up, up. So I go up, and the P, up, and then the colon's there to separate the sound, so I can stop. And then the last letters is E and I. But this I is a Bengali I. So normally when you're writing Bengali words down, you write the I, you put the E on top to remind you that this is a Bengali I sound. And these are the only sounds that are Bengali that's different from the rest of the alphabet is the same. The A, E, I, O, U is completely different. So you have to incorporate these sounds in your spelling. See, up here, I didn't incorporate it. That's how I've written it down for the dictionary. But what I did was I broke them down into sounds so I can pronounce them. Because I know what the A sounds like. I know what the I sounds like. You know, apni ki laje. But a person like, well, where do you get these sounds from? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm pronouncing it with the English sounds. So when you incorporate the Bangla sounds, A, E, I, O, U sounds, then you can see why each word sounds the way it does. So now that you can, so when you have these there, you can pronounce it accurately. And when you have these there, you can see the meaning of what the word you are saying. And this is learning Bangla from sounds, so that you can know how to say sentences by spelling them out in English and writing them, writing them out in English and writing what it means, meaning for meaning. So what is the English meaning for apnea? The English meaning for apnea is you. The English meaning for key is what. The English meaning for laje is want. So you know the English meaning of this whole sentence so that you can see what you're saying. And so this is very important on how, writing down how you speak the language by means of reading the sentences. But this video is dedicated for you to write down the equal mark after you spell the Bengali sentence. Write down the equal mark and then put, the dash there, that, the half bubble, and write down each meaning that it stands for. That way you can see meaning for meaning when you're reading out the Bengali words in English from writing it down in the dictionary.